35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields. Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
And good evening from Waukee Stadium here in Waukee. We have a Friday night CIML showdown in boys soccer as the number one team in the state, the Waukee Warriors, host the Southeast Polk Rams. And hello, everyone. It's great to have you with us on this Friday night from Waukee here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. I'm Hunter Phillips. Well, just two. That's right, 2 matches remain on the regular season for high school boys soccer here in the state. And with postseason play beginning next Thursday for most programs, teams are looking to build confidence and momentum down the stretch. We'll begin tonight with the visitors from Pleasant Hill, the Southeast Polk Rams, who arrive in Waukee with an even 6-6 record. The Rams are coming off a tough 4-1 loss against the 4th-ranked Valley Tigers on Tuesday night. Southeast Polk trailed 2-0 at halftime and would cut the deficit in half with a goal in the 46th minute. Just when the momentum felt it was leaning towards the Rams, Valley would tally 2 unanswered goals later in the half to pull away. It would mark the first home loss of the 2021 season for Southeast Polk. Now, head coach Hida Jedtika and his Rams march forward and will try to do something tonight that they have not been able to do this season, and that's to win on the road. But it will be a tall task here as the 2-time defending state champs and number 1 team in Class 3A are on the other side of the pitch. Waukee enters their 8th and final home match of the regular season as the only undefeated squad in the state at 16-0 and have shown no signs of slowing down. The Warriors easily handled number 6 Johnston on the road on Tuesday night, shutting out the Dragons 3-0. Waukee has shut out their last 3 opponents and have totaled 14 on this season. The Warriors' depth has shined, especially here in recent weeks, taking the field without leading goal scorer C.J. Capola and still finding ways to win. Waukee leads the state in scoring, totaling 105 goals on the season. And going back to defense, the Warriors have only allowed 2 goals to get by them here in 2021. It should be a fun one to watch here tonight under the lights in Waukee. We're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue to get you ready for first kick between the Southeast Polk Rams and the Waukee Warriors. You're watching Iowa High School boys soccer on CISN.TV.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. It's closeout time at Schottenkirk Chevrolet Waukee.
Get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select new 21 models. Over 50 new Equinox and Traverse. Early lease termination program for Chevy owners, whether you bought your Chevy from us or not. Click, call, or stop in.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Getting closer to first kick here from Waukee Stadium. Southeast Polk getting set to take on the number 1 team in the state, the Waukee Warriors. We have less than 4.5 minutes remaining on the pregame clock as we, again, count down to first kick here from Waukee Stadium. Let's take a look at our players to watch here tonight, and we'll begin with the visiting Southeast Polk Rams and Junior Ike Henry. 7 points he's totaled on the season, 3 goals and an assist, and has really been playing well here down the stretch of this season. Henry, one of 3 Rams that are tied for the team lead in goals. Then you go to the other side, and one of the handful of talented seniors on this Waukee team, Drew Brown, 37 points he has totaled this season. Most of those coming off of assists, with 17 on the year, one of the state leaders. And he is one of a number of players for the Warriors with double digits in goals, with 10 on the season. It is senior night here at Waukee. They already held their pregame senior night ceremonies. Great for all the family members and loved ones for the seniors to come out here. The weather not too ideal here tonight. I think we will be able to avoid some rain. We may see some sprinkles here and there, but has been a kind of a damp Friday here in the mid-portion of May. But we should stay dry here tonight. Temperature currently sitting at 61 degrees, and it is a little breezy here and there. So the wind might play a factor from time to time, kind of changing directions. The turf field is still a little wet from the rain that we all received here in central Iowa today, but hopefully we'll stay dry for the most part here tonight for our conditions for tonight's match. So again, it's Waukee and Southeast Polk getting set to battle under the lights here at Waukee Stadium. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll meet the starters for tonight's match, and we'll get you set for action here from Waukee on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
And welcome back here to Waukee Stadium. Southeast Polk and number 1 Waukee set to meet up here tonight on the pitch. It is senior night for the Waukee Warriors. Certainly an emotional night for a program that has the only unblemished record in the state at 16-0. Meanwhile, the Southeast Polk Rams with an even 6-6 record. They themselves coming off their senior night match on Tuesday, a tough 4-1 loss against 4th-ranked Valley. But it should be a fun one here tonight. Southeast Polk has been a scrappy team all season long. They've battled against some of the top teams in the state. Meanwhile, Waukee, again, they have shown no signs of slowing down here in this 2021 campaign. In a moment, we'll step aside and let our public address announcer announce the starting lineups here for tonight's match. And then we'll take a break for the national anthem. And then we'll bring you the action here from Waukee. Referees are at center field, and now let's meet the starters here tonight.
And the Waukee Warriors. Starting lineup for Southeast Polk. Number 1, Blaze Payton. Number 5, Jefferson Hume. Number 8, Corey Hodges. Number 9, Kyler Foster. Number 11, Josh Wilson. Number 12, Joe Barboza. Number 13, Ike Henry. Number 15, Ethan Kiomala. Number 16, Jose Hernandez. Number 19, Theo Samoyed. Number 20, Gage Jodoin. And the starting lineups, the Waukee Warriors. Number 1, Evan Knighty. Number 3, Sam McDevitt. Number 4, Nico Garcia. Number 8, Aiden Hillis. Number 13, Lucas Barticek. Number 14, Will King. Number 16, Drew Brown. Number 18, Blake Jones. Number 21, Alex Temple. Number 26, Will Gearhart. And number 28, Cole Shiraji. And if you now stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Almost ready for first kick here from Waukee. Southeast Polk Rams against the number 1 team in the state, the Waukee Warriors. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Great to have you with us here on CISN.TV. Alongside our hardworking crew, Hunter Phillips here with you. Both teams huddling up before we get underway. Southeast Polk in their road white kits here tonight with gold numerals and lettering and gold trim. Also wearing navy blue dark shorts as part of the kits. Meanwhile, the home team, the Waukee Warriors, sporting their home black uniforms here tonight with purple numerals and lettering and white trim. So it'll be senior Will King that will get us started here tonight from Waukee Stadium. Just 2 matches remain, including this one here tonight, here on the regular season. Just amazing how quickly this 2021 campaign has flown by. Lucas Barticek, one of the 9 seniors out there to start this match for the Warriors. Again, starting a little bit later than the scheduled 7:30 first kick because of the pregame senior day ceremonies. Meanwhile, here's Nico Garcia, fellow senior, pushing the tempo here early, but knocking it away at goal is Blaze Payton. Sending it up is Drew Brown. Bobbled initially by Payton. And now he will send this one away. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's match, and we'll begin with the Southeast Polk Rams. Again, Blaze Payton Jr. will get the start between the pipes tonight for head coach Hitajet Tika. Jefferson Hun also getting the start as well. Then you go to Corey Hodges, Kyler Foster, Josh Wilson, Joe Barboza, Ike Henry, our player to watch in the pregame show, Hunter Chanthapon, Jose Hernandez, Theo Sumyat, and Gage Joden, the starting 11 for the Rams. Meanwhile, Waukee, who is in the scoring third right now, and getting set for another throw-in. Evan Knighty getting the start at goal here tonight. The senior has only allowed 1 goal here this season. Sam McDevitt, Nico Garcia, Aiden Hillis, Lucas Bartacek, Will King, Drew Brown, Blake Jones, Alex Temple, Will Gearhart, and Cole Schrage. The starting 11 for head coach Carlos Acebe's Waukee Warriors. So the Warriors again in their 8th and final home match of the season have been perfect all year and carry in one of the longest win streaks in the country for boys soccer. We'll dive into that a little bit later on in the broadcast, but just simply impressive what this program has been able to do over the years. And then you throw in the break that all programs had across the state last year. Garcia was able to draw the foul. He and Hernandez were both going for the ball. So that'll set up a free kick here for Waukee. The top goal-scoring team in the state, and by a wide margin. Drew Brown and Blake Jones, 2 seniors who've done a lot of winning in their careers. In position. Gets knocked to the left of that wall set up by the Rams, but not what they wanted to do. With some space there in the back corner. Goes past the touch line, and back with it are the Warriors. Southeast Polk, a team coming into tonight's match, giving up just over 1.5 goals per game. Very rarely this season have they given up more than 2 goals. Season high is 4 goals, which included giving up 4 on Tuesday night to the Valley Tigers. Valley was able to score within the first 5 minutes of that match, and then was able to tally another midway through the first half. But Southeast Polk was able to respond early in the second half, as we highlighted, scoring 6 minutes into the second half, cutting that deficit 2-1, but then gave up 2 unanswered goals to fall to the Tigers 4-1. But Southeast Polk team that, while they haven't scored many goals this season, they haven't given up many. There's a ball collected by Bartacek. Sets up a potential cross that goes over the bar and out of play. Bartacek, not only a talented soccer player, but also a member of the Waukee football team over the years. One of many talented multi-sport athletes for this Waukee team that has been winning and doing it without some of their best players throughout the season, most notably C.J. Capola. Been limited throughout the year, still one of the top goal scorers in the state. But just a deep Waukee team all the way around. And we'll see Carlos Acebe's bench be used quite often here tonight. Trying to build that depth as postseason soccer begins for most programs across the state next Thursday. Over 5 minutes into our first half here from Waukee, just getting underway on a cloudy Friday night under the lights here at Waukee Stadium. Trying to collect it for Waukee was junior Aiden Hillis. So now we'll go back to the Southeast Polk Rams, 6-6 on the season. Taking this kick will be junior Joe Barbosa. That loss for Southeast Polk on Tuesday was their first home loss of the season, as a tough mid-air collision results in Theo Sumyat coming up limping a little bit. Still appears to be a little shaken up. And now our officials are going to stop play here, and that will require Southeast Polk to have an early substitution come in. And it looks like Nathaniel Slay, senior, will see his first action off the bench for Southeast Polk here tonight. Did start on senior night for the Rams on Tuesday. Been a very big contributor for the Rams here this season. Taking this free kick will be Josh Wilson. Talented young sophomore with a powerful boot. And it gets past 90. Southeast Polk strikes first. Let's watch this again. Josh Wilson with an absolute moonshot from way deep. And there's nothing 90 could do in position, but just out of reach. And Southeast Polk here early tonight gets on the board first. What an unbelievable goal from young sophomore Josh Wilson, his fourth goal of the season, and that puts him firmly atop the team lead in goals here this season. But that is going to be a highlight he'll keep for a long time. So a goal coming in the 8th minute for Southeast Polk has them up 1-0. Just the third goal given up by Waukee here this season. And now, for a Waukee team that rarely finds themselves in this position, see how they bounce back here. Yet still very early here in the first half. Here's Nico Garcia. Gives it up, and Ike Henry sends it away for Southeast Polk. Just the second goal allowed this season by senior goalkeeper Evan Knighty. And some clear miscommunication there in the back line will give Southeast Polk the ball in prime position here in Waukee's half. So for a Rams team that has struggled when playing on the road this season, just the start that they wanted here tonight. Nathaniel Slay with it briefly for Southeast Polk before it gets broken up. Blaze Payton runs in and is able to grab it. Payton had a disappointing night at goal for the Rams on Tuesday night. Frustrations boiled over between him and a few of the Valley players. Was given a yellow card. Mazen Arafa played for much of that first half and second half. So Payton trying to bounce back himself here tonight. The junior goalkeeper has allowed 14 goals this season to go along with just under 30 saves. Jose Hernandez drawing a foul for Southeast Polk that will give them the possession back. The Rams give it right back to Waukee. Warriors methodically going from one end of the field to the next. Trying to go through Southeast Polk's formation. What a ball sent by Will King that gets knocked out of play. Again, it was a bang-bang play. King was voicing that it was a corner kick for the Warriors, but instead it will be a goal kick for Southeast Polk. But what great effort there by Will King to try to set up a potential cross there right in the box. King this season tied for first with fellow teammate Drew Brown in the state in assists with 17 apiece. So he knows how to get those plays done. Drew Brown from the top. Ike Henry shifts by his man. And now it's Nathaniel Slay as the Rams try to create a counter. Garcia knocks it forward, finding Blake Jones. And look who is coming out on the pitch for Waukee. And that is number 27, C.J. Coppola. Coming in for Alex Temple. One of a number of seniors honored before the match. But what a weapon for Carlos Aspie to go to. Bringing in number 27. Again, Coppola, one of the top goal scorers in the state. This will be the 10th match that he has seen action in this season. Hoping that he can come in and provide a spark for this Warriors team. Down early 1-0 after a terrific strike by sophomore Josh Wilson in the 8th minute. Warriors find an opening with Drew Brown, who decides to take it. And Southeast Polk is able to clear it away, and now the Warriors will have to reset the table. Warriors coming off a top 10 win on the road on Tuesday, getting past number 6 Johnston 3-0. What was their third shutout in a row, 14th of the season. Will King knocked in 2 goals. Mitchell Dixon, the junior who's had a stellar campaign for Waukee, was able to knock 1 in as well. Drew Brown with a pair of assists, and Nico Garcia with 1. Ball sent up, looking for the flick, was Will King. As the Warriors were throwing it in, a member of the Rams was adjusting his cleats. So officials stop play. Well, engaged Joden, senior to knot him up extra tight. And here we go back underway. Waukee deep into Southeast Polk's half, trying to equalize the match here early. That was Cole Schrage. Going up to Garcia. Quickly over to Lucas Bartacek. And that will result in a corner kick for the Warriors, who rank in the top 5 in the state in corner kicks. Totaling now 98 on the season, and hoping that this set piece can try to knot up the score. It struck, headed, and just wide of target. Attempted by Aiden Hillis. So the Warriors getting their first taste with a set piece. And still trying to apply pressure on Southeast Polk. Now with a little bit more urgency. Ike Henry doing everything he can there in close quarters. But it wasn't enough.
Corner Waukee.
As it will be another corner for the Warriors. Hillis trying to set it up for Bartacek. Drew Brownweather. And his header was strong, but just off to the right. New substitution in for Southeast Polk. And that'll be sophomore Ansamana Sheriff. Him along with Wilson. Strong part of that sophomore class, budding with talent for this program in the future. Sheriff this season, scoring 1 goal and an assist. Playing in all of the matches for the Rams here this year. That pass just a little too far ahead from the left foot of Drew Brown. Searching for Aiden Hillis. And now a goal kick for Southeast Polk. Peyton sends it away. Immediately headed by Waukee at the midfield line. Sheriff giving chase. Sam McDevitt collects it for the Warriors. Searching for something here, down 1-0. Here early in the first half, uncharted territory for this program. Sheriff with the fresh legs coming in. Nice potential ball up there. Peyton not in position, and it's still a goal for the Warriors. Shoving going on afterwards, but that was Capola that knocked it in. And we'll take another look Boy, what a ball by McDevitt. And breaking through that line of defense was C.J. Coppola for his 22nd goal of the season, and some extracurricular activity happening afterwards. And Blaze Payton is ultra competitive.
Goal, Waukee, scored by number 27, C.J. Coppola.
So in the 20th minute, C.J. Coppola coming off the bench gives Waukee the equalizer. And if you're counting back home, that's now 35 career goals for C.J. Coppola. And again, some close contact. Will King came in. And that goal kick just went right off of the back of King. And Payton didn't want any of it. And then he sends the goal kick out of bounds. And now Brock Sicer throws it in for Waukee. And a foul on Southeast Polk, who has seen their early lead dwindle up. Waukee catches. Southeast Polk sleeping a little bit. Payton able to slap the save out, but it is a corner for Waukee. They'll be their third corner kick here in the first half. Warriors not wasting any time trying to bounce back here in this opening half. Number of Warriors in position to go for the header. That one taken by team captain Blake Jones. Back and forth off the throw-in, and now the Rams in Waukee's half. About the first time since around the 8th minute that Southeast Polk had possession in Waukee's half, but it did not last very long. Now from the top of the box. Sent out to the far flank. Payton dives in. And Southeast Polk sends it past the goal line.
Corner Waukee.
And this will be the 5th corner kick here in this first half for Waukee. Be Aiden Hillis taking the corner. Warriors have come close off of these set pieces. This one curls in, headed, and just wide. Again, if it would have bounced in a different direction, really nothing Blaze Payton could have done there, holding that position there in the near post. Rams give it up again. Allowing for the top goal-scoring team in the state to again have it in their scoring third. Cole Schrage with it at the center line. Blake Jones. Now to Brock Sicer. Mitchell Dixon had a look there for just a brief second before it was clipped away by Southeast Polk. few minutes past the halfway point of our first half. But an entertaining start here tonight between Southeast Polk and Waukee. Capola was chasing in and gets knocked out. And the last touched by Southeast Polk. So here's another corner for Waukee. And again, it's Hillis. Header. Again, that's been the play that Waukee's been going with here early on. And hoping at some point they could just get the ball to roll in the right direction. As Eric Moncada enters the match for the first time here tonight. Checking out will be Sam McDevitt. Nico Garcia coming in for Will King. Warriors on the move again. It's Capola. And a nice ball. Peyton gets knocked over by his own man. Our one official closest to Peyton. Again, just having a few words with the junior goalkeeper, as things have certainly amped up in energy here over the last 5 to 10 minutes. Nico Garcia keeping it in play, trying to, but just goes past the goal line. And now Southeast Polk will get some fresh legs here towards the later stages of the first half. And it'll be junior Darlington Dolo, who's primarily come off the bench this season for the Rams, but just a tough player that has a very late burst of speed, constant energy. Rams hoping that he could do the same here for a Warrior team that just all of a sudden playing with a big sense of urgency after they were down here early 1-0. From the far side, Southeast Polk is able to clear it away. And Garcia gives chase. Capola going out. Waukee trying to find an opening. Here's Blake Jones. Sicer keeps it in play. Southeast Polk arguing with the call. Thought that it was last off of Waukee. Instead, it will be yet another corner for the Warriors. Low line drive from the corner. Here's Capola. Trying to evade defenders, knowing how dangerous he is. Garcia. And Garcia draws his second foul. So that will result in a direct kick here for Waukee. And Drew Brown, the senior. Brown waiting for the go-ahead. Takes it. Goal! And just like that, the Warriors are in front. And when you have a senior like Drew Brown to go to, you use him in these moments. No play for Blaze Payton. And Drew Brown knocks in his 11th goal of the season. Got to give Randy Nielsen, our director, credit. He was our player to watch before the match. Drew Brown now with 39 points here this season after knocking in that goal. So within a 10-minute span, the Warriors climb on top after being down early. Ever since that goal in the 8th minute, it's just been relentless play from the Warriors. This time, Waukee does not get the benefit of the doubt. Off of a direct free kick, Waukee was able to score just moments ago. Southeast Polk trying to flip things here with less than 10 minutes to play in our first half. But it's been the Warriors who have owned the possession here up to this point. Meanwhile, Darlington Dolo on the counter. Again, he is a speedster. Gets met up by Schrage. Was able to extinguish any kind of an attempt by Darlington Dolo. Sicer stepped out. And now it's Hernandez that throws it in for the Rams. Schrage trying to avoid a potential corner kick for the Rams, giving great hustle. So now here's Jose Hernandez. Senior leader for the squad. Nathaniel Slay. Doing enough right there to earn the Rams their first corner kick here in the half. Wind blowing towards the near corner just a bit. Initially headed away by Waukee, then back to the Rams. Back line for Southeast Polk having a little difficulty with the pass. Nathaniel Slay off the throw-in. Really got a hold of that one way too much there for Nathaniel Slay. That will make it a goal kick for Evan Knighty and for the Waukee Warriors. Will King back in for Waukee along with an additional substitution. Rams trying to close in on Waukee earlier before making passes near the center line. Will King up to Capola. And the Rams send it away far side. On the move, Coppola was just trying to keep control of the ball. Meanwhile, he sends a nice pass, and the shot goes just above the bar from Blake Jones. Again, no doubt Waukee has been the premier program in the state, but even during a little bit of adversity, down 1-0, what separates good teams and great teams is just their ability to bounce back, and boy, how quickly the Warriors were able to do that here in the first half up to this point. Blaze Payton with the win slightly to his back. It's been mixing around a little bit here at Waukee Stadium tonight on a cloudy Friday night as the lights illuminate the turf field here at Waukee Stadium. Rams trying to answer here late in the half. And they will whistle a foul on senior Nathaniel Slay. Blake Jones ahead to Coppola. Beautiful ball. And struck very well from Coppola, who scored earlier. And it just goes wide right. And again, like you saw there, certainly a conversation between Blaze Payton and the official. Now Payton is coming off of the field. And that will send in Mazin Arafa, freshman goalkeeper, who has really been stellar when called upon here this season. What a tough week it has been for Payton. Very competitive young player for the Southeast Polk Rams, but let the emotions get the best of him here. And now Southeast Polk goes to a freshman goalkeeper that will be tasked to try to stop any shot attempts from the top goal-scoring team in the state. Strachey with a little juke and getting reaction from the fans. Appreciating a nifty move by the sophomore. Ball sent ahead to Blake Jones. Drawing the foul was Will King. And because of just great passes, Waukee has been able to put themselves in positions with free kicks. Like the one we saw back in the 29th minute. That set them up beautifully to give them the lead 2-1. Now with 2 minutes to go here in our first half from Waukee Stadium. Knew it was going to be a fun one to watch here tonight. The top goal scoring team in the state against a Southeast Polk team that has been very gritty, very scrappy here in 2021. And as we highlighted in the pregame show, they have faced a handful of top 15 teams here this season. In fact, 5 matches against top 15 opponents this year, but just 1-4 are the Rams against top 15 teams. The lone win against then 8th-ranked Dowling Catholic back on April 30th. It was a tight 1-0 victory for the Rams. But what a challenging week. Again, you go up against 4th-ranked Valley, among the state leaders in goals as well. And then Waukee, who's just been dynamite here in 2021. Arafa with the boot. Header won by Waukee. See what they can draw up here with 20 seconds to go here in the half. And a whistle comes in. Waukee's going to have to work here quickly. That was Coppola. And now all of a sudden, Southeast Polk was trying to pause the action a little bit, and some shoving going on. And the referees have had their hands full here in this first half. A yellow card given to Nathaniel Slay, who's trying to plead his case. Coppola was trying to put the ball down, but then a few Rams players were blocking it again, as we only have 6 seconds to play, just knowing that Waukee did not have much time to be able to work with. But how critical of a mistake that could potentially be here is that stop the clock permanently. And that allows the dangerous C.J. Coppola along with Nico Garcia to draw up another potential scoring play. And now the head coach for Southeast Polk receives a yellow card. Hidejed Tika. He, along with one of the assistant coaches out there, they have to pull back head coach Tika. Tempers running hot here late in the half. What you would expect here down the stretch in the regular season, just knowing how important these matches are in building late regular season momentum. Knowing that postseason play begins next week. But again, that has allowed Waukee plenty of time here. And one C.J. Coppola to mark where he wants to go. With 6 seconds left, Waukee up 2-1. Trying to add another goal here late in the half. Coppola just wide right. And that will take us into halftime with Waukee up 2-1. And there's still a little bit of talking going on as both teams separate before leaving the pitch. Man, what an entertaining first half we saw here from Waukee Stadium. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll recap all of the exciting action that we just saw in the first 40 minutes next. You're watching Iowa High School Boys Soccer on CISN.TV.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
We might not always know what the day will bring, But some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields.
And we've reached halftime here at Waukee Stadium. What an entertaining first 40 minutes we saw here under the lights in Waukee as the number one team in the state leads Southeast Polk 2-1 here at the break. Along with our hardworking crew here on CISN.TV, I'm Hunter Phillips, and let's go ahead and take a look at the first half highlights. And there was a lot to see from both ends. And how about Southeast Polk and the start that they got off to? Josh Wilson, the sophomore, from way downtown, goes to the upper left corner and gets past 90. Just the third goal allowed by Waukee this season. So the Rams up early 1-0, but you knew that Waukee was going to bounce back, and it came in the 20th minute. And C.J. Coppola, he's been one of the top goal scorers in the state here this season. Been in and out of the lineup, but makes his presence felt after a beautiful pass, knifing through the Southeast Polk defense there by Sam McDevitt. C.J. Coppola knocking in his 22nd goal of the season to equalize things in the 20th minute. But then 9 minutes later, Waukee was gifted a really nice position here for a direct free kick. And Drew Brown, the senior, putting it in the perfect corner, perfect position, and the celebration to boot there for one of the seniors, Drew Brown, to put the Warriors up 2-1 here at halftime. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half next here on CISN.TV.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. It's closeout time at Schottenkirk Chevrolet Waukee.
Get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select new 21 models. Over 50 new Equinox and Traverse. Early lease termination program for Chevy owners, whether you bought your Chevy from us or not. Click, call, or stop in.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Welcome back to halftime here from Waukee Stadium here in Waukee. 2-1. The Warriors lead the Rams here at halftime. Hunter Phillips and our crew, again, delighted to have you with us here tonight under the lights. And got about just under 3.5 minutes left before we get back underway here for the second half. And just wanted to quickly go over the Week 6 rankings from the Iowa High School Soccer Coaches Association Top 10 that was released here earlier in the week. As, again, we get closer to postseason play. Again, Waukee, the only undefeated team in Class 3A, they are at number 1. Cedar Rapids Prairie at number 2. Iowa City West at number 3. West Des Moines Valley at number 4. And currently leading Urbandale 5-0 at halftime. Pleasant Valley climbing back into the rankings. They're up to number 5 in the state. Johnston settling in at number 6, but could change after the loss to Waukee earlier in the week. Ankeny Centennial, quietly a team that has been on the move here late in the season. They're at number 7 at 11-4 overall. Then you go out to Eastern Iowa with Muscatine sitting in at number 8, Iowa City High at number 9, and Bettendorf coming in at number 10 in the latest rankings in the top 10 poll. Now, speaking of postseason play, all teams across the state receive their postseason assignment, and as for Waukee, they will have a first-round bye, and they will play the winner of the Hoover-Lincoln match. That will take place on Monday, May 24th. So again, Waukee, with as great of a season that they've had, earning that first-round bye, they will host a match on May 24th and will face one of the Des Moines Metro teams, Hoover and Lincoln, there on May 24th. Meanwhile, for Southeast Polk, they will host a match next Thursday, May 20th. Both of these teams part of the Sub-State 2 bracket. Southeast Polk will host Fort Dodge again next Thursday, May 20th at home. And the winner of that match will go on to face Ankeny Centennial, the number 7 team in the state, on Monday, May 24th. And, of course, the winner of that potential matchup goes on to battle for a trip to the state tournament. Just crazy to think how quickly this season has flown by, and all of these teams have been playing so well here this season, taking advantage of the moment, the opportunity, after not being able to play last season. Southeast Polk already out on the pitch, huddling up one final time before they get back underway here in the second half. Waukee coming out of the locker room. And really ever since that 8 to 10 minute mark where Waukee gave up a rare goal, they just put on the gas there throughout the remaining portion of the first half. So we'll see what adjustments were made at halftime. And things got a little heated out there as well. There towards the tail end, head coach Hida Jatika for Southeast Polk, who was given a yellow card. They're late in the first half. Still having a few words with our officials, but a little pushing and shoving going on. And again, what you want to see here between two CIML squads, that no matter the sport, you know that you're going to get a really good matchup. But here, late down the stretch, right before the postseason looms, you know, teams are just trying to get a positive result before postseason play begins. So the Rams break out of the huddle. Again, they're sporting their road white kits here tonight with gold numerals and lettering and gold trim. Meanwhile, the Warriors on their senior night. All black home kits with purple accents. purple numerals and lettering and white trim. For the Warriors at 16-0, Southeast Polk at 6-6, searching for their first road win of the season. They've come close here in 2021, but have yet to secure a victory, and what a victory that would be here against the number one team, the two-time defending champs in Class 3A, the Waukee Warriors. But they do have some work to do. Meanwhile, Waukee trying to send their seniors out in style here in the regular season with a victory here tonight. Mazen Arafa still at goal for Southeast Polk. There's a shot. Diving save by Arafa. Kind of had to jump out of position a little bit to make that diving save. They'll get a foul on the Warriors. So now the Rams will go back to work. As we touched on, 0-4 coming in to tonight's match when playing on the road. 5 out of their 6 wins this season have come at home. Just a really tough week for the Rams. And facing not one but 2 top 5 teams in the state. Drew Brown finds Sam McDevitt, who had an assist earlier. Back to Brown. Going past 2 of his defenders. Sending that one through and collected by Mazen Arafa. Again, Arafa, just a freshman for the Rams. He's given up 2 goals this season. As Darlington Dolo sends it in for Slay, who just ran past it. Headed away by the Warriors. Nico Garcia gets a bump from behind. Slay is the guilty party. There is a player down for Southeast Polk. And that is Theo Sumyat, who was hobbled up a little bit earlier here in the match. Good to see Sumyat able to walk off, but again, very gingerly. So Ike Henry comes in for his place for Southeast Polk. McDevitt gets it taken away by Darlington Dolo. Dolo gets tripped up. And a whistle on the Warriors. Coaching staff for Waukee didn't quite agree with that one. But now it's Jose Hernandez just inside the center line. Will King. Garcia was charging forward, but Arafa knocks it away. But going back to Mazen Arafa, 89.5% save percentage this season for the freshman. Best game by far was in that 1-0 shutout victory over then number 8 Dowling Catholic. Made one incredible save after another against a very tough Maroons team. And if you go back to that week, that was actually a Friday night match that Southeast Polk was able to get that victory over Dowling. Then Dowling had to come here to Waukee, and the Warriors were able to get past the Maroons that night. But just going back to the point, this Southeast Polk team, it's been really tough here this season. Not putting up the scoring numbers like other top teams here in Central Iowa, but play a tough brand of soccer and have certainly tested the Warriors at times here tonight. Kyler Foster scored the lone goal for the Rams, and their loss to Valley gets it taken away. And pushing it back is Will Gearhart. Drew Brown inching closer. So a throw in now for the Rams. We'll have a few substitutions come in. Handling it is Mitchell Dixon. Nice ball in. And then Arafa and Hillis getting tangled up. And now a yellow card has been given to Hillis. And now back in will be Brock Sicer, the junior. So a close play at goal. And some contact between Hillis and Arafa. Gives the Rams a goal kick. They get it taken away. Intercepted by the Warriors. Drew Brown. Through the center. Brown still with it. Now it's Nico Garcia. Back in the box for Will King. So after some initial congestion, Warriors spread back out. And now Dolo is off to the races for Southeast Polk. But he couldn't get through that back line of the Warriors. And a yellow card immediately given. And that's Kyler Foster. Again, it has been a very physical match here tonight. Ethan Kiyomala will come in for Kyler Foster. A yellow card given to both teams here within the first 8 minutes of our second half. Blake Jones will go to fellow captain Will Gearhart. Dixon had it for a moment. Southeast Polk struggling to try to get it away. Another throw in for Southeast Polk. It was up 1-0 in the 8th minute, getting the goal by Josh Wilson. A deep free kick that came from 40 yards out was able to give the Rams the early advantage. But then just about 10 minutes later, the Warriors equalized things. The goal from C.J. Coppola, assisted by Sam McDevitt. And then off a direct free kick, Drew Brown was able to get it past then goalkeeper Blaze Payton to give the Warriors their current lead now of 2-1. But an awfully physical match. And some tempers running rampant at times. Good look for Blake Jones. Just had to quickly turn and give it the best boot that he could, just over. Knighty takes it for Waukee. And now here's Nico Garcia. Ball quickly in play after the whistle. Dolo trying to create a counter. Dolo doing everything that he can, but the Warriors too much. Waukee looking for their own counter. The pass was just a little too behind. C.J. Coppola back in for Waukee. Coming in for Mitchell Dixon. Two players who have combined for over 30 goals this season for Waukee. A team that has totaled now 107 goals this season. Just an amazing number. And when you break it down, just over 6.5 goals per game this Waukee team averages on the season. Have scored 10 goals 6 times here in the 2021 campaign. Player for Waukee coming up limping, and that is Will King. Still holding on to his right knee as Coppola tries to thread it in to King. Looks like Nathaniel Slay will come back in for Southeast Polk. And a yellow card given to Drew Brown. Brown still having some choice words with our official. Think he didn't like the no call there when Will King got tumbled over. But these officials have certainly had their work cut out for them here tonight. Two teams that, again, are just trying to get better here down the stretch. And guys, given that they're all, especially here on senior night for Waukee, knowing how important of a night it is. So Brown given the yellow card. Again, gave Waukee the lead in the 29th minute back in the first half. So now they'll set up the free kick here. Sam McDevitt over to Sicer. Waukee will switch from the near flank to the far flank. Coppola was in the vicinity for Waukee, but Rafa is there in the right position. This has been an area tonight where Southeast Polk has struggled, just not winning the possession after goal kicks. Waukee has been quick to take things away from the Rams, not giving them many opportunities here tonight. Just go back to defense. As good or great as Waukee has been as an offensive team this year, on defense, just look at the stat coming in. 0.1 goals allowed per game. 14 shutouts, including 3 straight coming into tonight's match. They've been tough to score on here this year. Coppola in the middle. Deflection wasn't there. Rafa and Coppola on the ground. Coppola thought there was obstruction. Man, again, things have gotten heated in the box, especially in that 6-yard box. Close quarters for everyone. Both teams trying to gain the advantage. Less than 25 minutes to play in regulation. Waukee up 2-1 here on their senior night. And here is Coppola. Dolo getting tangled up. Ball is still in play. And now here's McDevitt. And that goes out. Here's a brief opening for the Rams that Quickly gets collected by Waukee. Just an errant ball, and Ike Henry was the nearest one there for Southeast Polk. Henry with 3 goals this season, tied for second on the team now that Josh Wilson tallied his 4th of the season earlier here tonight. Coppola trying to fake his man. Gearhart sends it over to the far side. That was Blake Jones. Coppola to the middle. Deflected away, still alive. And cleared out by Southeast Polk. Sicer keeps it in play. And now they're going to wave it off. Southeast Polk wasn't going for it, and Waukee, I think a few of the members thought that that was going to be an offside. Rams controlling it from the center line. That is Josh Wilson, who again, as we just touched on moments ago, got the goal scoring started for the Rams. Ever since then, they've had their backs against the wall. Coppola goes back, and now it's Sicer from the near corner. Waukee still searching for another. But the Rams just with a little blockade there. With the stop. And the ball belongs to the Rams. Head coach Carlos Aispe not happy. Just been one of those nights for both of these coaches here. Now approaching 20 minutes to play here in regulation. Pass just too far ahead for Coppola. But the right idea. Doa a little loose with it. Sicer. And now Doa is down for Southeast Polk, and that is a significant injury because of what he has been able to do off the bench this season for this Rams program. Is able to get up. But you could still tell that he is a little shaken up. Official making sure that he is still okay to continue. Southeast Polk a little thin on their bench to begin with. Again, Theo Sumyat has been limited tonight. Started the match, but has come off the field twice with an ankle injury. Coppola. Goes to Blake Jones. Sicer. Now it's Coppola. Oh, nobody was there for Waukee, but man, that would have presented a golden opportunity for the Warriors to extend their lead. Gerhardt will push it back to Evan Knighty, who other than the 8th minute had a relatively quiet night as the game has really been played in Southeast Polk's half. Tremendous senior goalkeeper for the Warriors. Will go on to play collegiately at Truman State University down in Missouri. One of a handful of seniors on this team that will go on to play collegiately, including Blake Jones, who just had it there for the Warriors. He'll play collegiate soccer at Carleton College up in Northfield, Minnesota. And now Jack Hillis will enter the match for Waukee. First time we've seen Jack Hillis tonight. Cole Schrage, the sophomore, will check out. And now Kyler Foster, who was given a yellow card earlier in the match, is back in for Southeast Polk. Capola equalized the game back in the 20th minute. Goes through the defense. And that save was something else there from Mazin Arafa. Just hugged it in with his left arm. Boy, in the time we've seen him on the pitch tonight, though, C.J. Capola has been just so difficult for the Rams to be able to defend. Capola again. And they will get the junior for the foul. Colliding with Gage Joden of Southeast Polk. Arafa dangerously placing that goal kick. Boy, that almost was disaster for the Rams. Mitchell Dixon came charging in as Dola will come out. And now Ansamana Sheriff is back in for Southeast Polk. That's happened in a couple of moments here tonight where the goal kicks just haven't been there for the Rams, and in particular the timing. Where Waukee has just been trying to come in at the right spot to try to deflect any kind of goal kick. Cole Schrage back in for Waukee, and Nico Garcia, senior, is out. Capola. Shot gets deflected. Boy, and Capola is not happy. Ethan Kiyomawa trying to shift field for Southeast Polk. Have very rarely sniffed this side of the field here tonight. Warriors on a brief breakaway. And now quick to throw it in just adjacent to the center line. And Samana Sheriff heads it forward. Now the back line of the Warriors back in control with it. So we now have less than 14 minutes left to play in regulation. With the Warriors up 2-1.
Corner Waukee.
So here's a corner for Waukee after Dixon was able to create. Sent from the corner. Shot is in for a goal. Warriors take advantage of the corner kick. And Arafa wasn't in the right spot as we take another look. And there you see Arafa off the header, just trying to dive in, but it just bounced over the goal line and in for Waukee's third goal of the night. You just knew at some point that Waukee was going to cash in on one of those set pieces and trying those headers, just congesting that 6-yard box. And they were able to right there. So the Warriors now in control, 3-1. With 12 minutes and counting left here on this Friday night. Gerhardt has been steady not only tonight but throughout the season for one of the stingiest defenses in the state. And now they get a whistle on the Warriors, and really frustrated there was Mitchell Dixon. And Samana Sheriff was the one that got nicked up on the play. Southeast Polk searching for anything to try to get back in this match after again leading early 1-0. Meanwhile, Waukee trying to hold on for a senior night victory. So here's a throw-in for the Rams. That latest goal by Waukee. Speaking of seniors, senior Blake Jones was the one that headed that one in, his 13th goal of the season. Now has totaled an impressive 40 points this season for Waukee. Team that's got 4 players that have scored 10 or more goals this season. Just impressive numbers by this Warrior team. And now play is stopped as a member of each squad has yet to get up. Looks like Sam McDevitt for Waukee. I believe that might be Samana Sheriff out there for Southeast Polk. Athletic training staff tending both athletes. So that stops play with 10:22 remaining here in regulation. Just both players going for the ball. And these kind of collisions, just a tough part of the game. Sheriff gets helped off the field. Meanwhile, junior Sam McDevitt still being tended to right now. McDevitt did get the start tonight for the Warriors. And he is able to get up on his own power. Athletic training staff confirms that he is still good to go, stretching out the heel there, the Achilles muscle. I think no doubt Carlos Aceby is going to bring at least one substitution in. Looks like Tyler Rayburn enters the match for the first time here tonight. Checking out is Lucas Barticek, senior. And it appears McDevitt is still going to try to muscle it out here. So play resumes. Coppola for Waukee. And now going through is Jones. Arafa deflects it. Coppola, just before he was about to pull the trigger, gets knocked away by Southeast Polk Nathaniel Slay. Down on the other end for the Rams. Tyler Rayburn is able to clean it up for the Waukee Warriors. Under 10 to play in regulation here tonight. Back line of the Rams clears it away. And now the Warriors look to reset. Waukee's final regular season match will be next Tuesday. They take on the North Polar Bears. Before they begin postseason play on Monday, May 24th, they will face the winner of the Hoover-Lincoln match. That will take place next Thursday. Meanwhile, for Southeast Polk, they'll finish out their regular season like Waukee on the road, travel north to take on the Ames Little Cyclones next Tuesday. And then just 2 days later, they will host Fort Dodge to begin postseason play. Coppola with the throw-in, finds Rayburn. There's a shot that's knocked away by Arafa, but it will result in a corner kick once again for Waukee. Boy, Arafa has put together some really fantastic saves here tonight. Jones was looking for his second. Corner from the near side. And just a little strong, as no one was quite in position for Waukee. Far side. And now we'll have two subs coming in for Waukee. It looks like Cooper Collins as well as Eric Moncada Two underclassmen out there now for the Warriors. Coppola with some space. Didn't quite get the footing that he wanted. A little disappointed. Coppola's had his opportunities for goals here tonight. With 6 seconds remaining in the first half. Just wide right on a direct free kick attempt that was just outside the box for Waukee. And then right there, having another very good opportunity. But he was able to tie things up back in the 20th minute to notch his 22nd goal of the season, 35th of his career. Go back to his freshman season. Set a Waukee record for goals in a freshman season with 13. Here's Dixon for Waukee. Last one off of Gage Joden, who has done his best to try to slow down this Warrior front third here tonight. Again, Joden applying good pressure that time. Good ball sent ahead to Coppola. Try to cut back in. And then clearing it out was Kiyamawa. It's just been another one of those nights in the office for Waukee. Again, just controlling possession, controlling how they want to play. Despite giving up the early goal, this has been a match that's been physically dominated by Waukee. The Rams at times tonight had some moments, but have only had one corner kick tonight and just have rarely played in Waukee's half. Nothing called on the collision there off the throw-in. But for Southeast Polk, going back to their 4-1 loss to Valley on Tuesday, and if the score remains the same here when it's all zeros, just taking these last two matches and trying to learn from them and grow from them, knowing that you face two of the best teams in the state in less than 5 days. Just trying to build off of that. Knighty will chase it down for Waukee. Waukee has had the target on their back all season, but have just been able to handle it so perfectly throughout the year. Win tonight will make them 17-0. As a sub comes in for Southeast Polk. But in the rare forms of adversity that Waukee has had this season, again, not very often down early, they were able to flex their muscle. They're late in the first half and then get an insurance goal as Arafa struggles with it. And now he has to run back in position here. Been a few of those dicey moments tonight for Southeast Polk. Here's Dolo for the Rams. Dolo got tripped up by the turf monster there. Just great individual work by the Warriors. But again, even through the adversity that they have faced here this season, good looking ball there from Cooper Collins. They have found ways to win here this season, and that's what it's all about. But what a lot of winning this program has done over the years. And looking to continue that to finish out the regular season and then going into the postseason as the favorite to win the crown yet again. Final 30 seconds of our match here tonight. And if you're counting the win streak back home, folks, it'll now jump to 45 straight matches. Waukee has won a streak that they have held since May 11th of 2018. Just simply incredible what Carlos Aceby and this program has done. It was a tough one at first, but the Warriors close it out, and on senior night, they win 3-1 over Southeast Polk. So the Waukee Warriors, the number one team in the state, remain perfect at 17-0 and win their final regular season match here at home. But you know that they're going to host some postseason soccer here at Waukee Stadium here within the next week and a half. Meanwhile, Southeast Polk, they dropped to 6-7 on the season, and again face two really good teams this week, Valley and Waukee. And now they'll go back to the drawing board to close out the season at Ames. And again, Waukee will close out the season at Des Moines North next Tuesday. So again, our final score here tonight, Waukee, the victors here tonight on their home pitch, 3-1. For our director here tonight, Randy Nielsen, and our hard-working crew, I'm Hunter Phillips, signing off here under the lights here from Waukee Stadium in Waukee. And you've been watching Iowa High School Boys Soccer on CISN.TV.